G'day guys, Martin here. So sorry it's been a fair while since the last video. I can't actually remember what I recorded last. Basically, I recorded a bit of wrap up at the end of harvest, and then I was going to put that together, put that out with some narration of some drone shots that we had going at the time. Basically, I didn't film anything during harvest because I had stuff to do, like harvest. And it wasn't just me plodding along, you know, we had trucks coming in and out, we had two headers going, chaser bin, all that sort of good stuff that you get at harvest. And basically I didn't want to be dicking around slowing them down. So that's why I didn't record anything at harvest. I did just fly the drone over at one stage, got a few videos there. So basically I was going to do a bit of a video just summing up what we had going on at the time. And yeah, was going to put that out, but then after harvest I never got round to it. Ended up going down the coast with the family, chasing the world's smallest fish, and I'm fairly sure I cracked that one pretty well. There were no monsters caught. Just one reasonable sized estuary perch, and everything else was fairly small. So yeah, anyway, I'll try and work out what I had filmed and let's get something up. Right, g'day. So we've just finished harvest, just cracking that post-harvest tin, and yeah, just filling up the machines so they can go home. Basically, I didn't really do any filming during harvest, mainly because, you know, there's people here, they're busy. It's not just me mucking about by myself. If I'm just slowing myself down, that's just myself. And I wasn't going to slow down, yeah, the headers, the trucks, everything else. So, yeah, don't really have much to show you other than I mucked about with the drone for a little bit yesterday, and I can just do a bit of talking over the top of that so you can see what we had going on. Righto.
Righto, so hopefully this is all coming up fairly well and you can hear what I'm saying. So basically we started harvest, I think it was in early December, mid-December, somewhere there. It was fairly late for us. Normally we start a lot earlier than that. And we only had about 102 hectares of durum wheat in. So it may be a bit of a surprise that you can see that we've got two headers in there working the paddock. Basically we normally only have one, which is a header driver that brings the chaser bin and this time a mother bin as well. But he had a few things on and so he was in and out, so we always had that one header going at least, and for most of it we had two headers going at the same time, which was great. We're really able to just punch it out and keep it coming off. It yielded extremely well. I think the final yield was about 5.84 tonnes per hectare. The quality wasn't great. It all went DR3, so it all got delivered down to our nearest receival site, which is Moree. Now the other thing you've probably noticed there is that nothing seems to be running on the same tracks. I've got the spray tracks going in one direction, I've got the plant rows going in another, and then the headers are just doing their own thing there, following those contour banks. And basically that is what that is. So because we didn't use our normal sowing system to sow this crop, we panicked and we sowed with a 50-foot Gyril T220 tine machine. It didn't quite have the horsepower to go up and down those hills. Like, it had sweeps on it. It wasn't even just knife point, it had sweeps. So it didn't have the horsepower to go up and down. That's why it just went across at an angle. You know, there's some of the sacrifices that you make to get the job done when you need to get the job done. And I have been whinging about that machine all year because of the plant stand, but based on that yield, I had to apologise to the owner and the operator. So yeah, we spray on the spray tracks. Normally we'd try and sow on those spray tracks on that same 24 metre system, but it didn't quite work out this year. So yeah, and then the headers are just harvesting across the banks. It's easier for them if they can harvest in the bays and just harvest the contour banks instead of going up and down. Now the other way you can do this is you can cut out the bays first, cut out the banks, and then just harvest each bay individually like it's its own paddock on the spray lines. But again, you know, we had 2 different machines going. None of them are set up for our tram track system at that sort of style, so there just was no real point in doing it that way. That's why I just said, boys, just hook in, let's get the tons off, get this done. We're getting pretty close to Christmas and all of us want to go away, so let's just get the job done. Anyway, so overall I was very happy with the result. As I said, really good yield, even with fuel, fert, chemical, everything through the roof. I think that is our most profitable crop we've grown so far, which is good. It's great when that season can go with you. Possibly could have got DR2, maybe DR1 if we put on some more late nitrogen, but we would have needed to do some trial strips for that. It may have just been too cool to finish that way anyway. So anyway, that's it from me. Until next time, keep at it.